Hare Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Giri Varadari, Jaya Giri Varadari. Gopi Janavalabha, Jaya Giri Varadari, Jaya Giri Varadari. Jaya Yashodanandana, Jaya Braja Janaranjana, Jaya Yashodanandana, Jaya Braja Janaranjana, Jaya Yashodanandana, Jaya Braja Janaranjana. It's 13 probably. It's probably 13. Jaya Yamuna Tira Vanachari, Jaya Kunja Bihari, Jaya Kunja Bihari. Hare Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, hare-rama, hare-rama, Rama-Rama, Hare-Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, hare-rama, hare-rama, Rama-Rama, Hare-Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Pancha Tattva, 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 Jaya Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Panchatattva ki jai, Shri Gauranitai ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. The secret services are working here. So. Okay. Well, not so secret, but Hare Krishna. We're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 2, Prayers by the Demigods. Text number 13. Garbhasankarsanatam vai Prahu sankarshanam bhuvi Rameti loka ramanad Balabhadram balochrayat Garbhasankarsanatam vai Prahu sankarshanam bhuvi Rameti loka ramanad Balabhadram balochrayat. Garbhasankarsanatam vai Lokarana Badram Balochrayat Nambhuvi Okay, Mataji's. Sankarshana Tamvai Sankarshanam Bhuvi Badram Balochraya Sankarshana Tamvai Balochayat Garbha Sankarshanat because he will be taken from the womb of Devaki to that of Rohini. Tam him Rohini Nandana, the son of Rohini. Why indeed Prahu people will call Sankarshanam by the name Sankarshana. Bhuvi in the world. Rama iti, he will also be called Rama. Loka Ramanat, because of his special mercy in enabling people in general to become devotees. Balabhadram, he will also be called Balabhadra. Bala Uchrayat, because of extensive bodily strength. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. The son of Rohini will also be celebrated as Sankarshana because of being sent from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini. He will be called Rama because of his ability to please all the inhabitants of Gokula, and he will be known as Balabhadra because of his extensive physical strength. Purport. These are some of the reasons why Balarama is known as Sankarshana. Balarama, or sometimes Rama. In the Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, people sometimes object when Rama is accepted as Balarama. But although devotees of Lord Rama may object, they should know that there is no difference between Balarama and Lord Rama. Here Srimad Bhagavatam clearly states that Balarama is also known as Rama, Rameti. Therefore, it is not artificial for us to speak of Lord Balarama as Lord Rama or as Lord Rama. Jayadev Goswami also speaks of three Ramas, Parashurama, Raghupati Rama and Balarama. All of them are Ramas. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Shimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Dinamine Namaste Sarasvate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nivishesha Shunyavadi Pashatea Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Kadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So here we have a very simple way in which Srila Prabhupada solves a controversy. Apparently at some point this was a serious controversy to sannyasis. They were arguing, is does Rama mean Lord Ramachandra or Lord Balaram? So they were, and the matter got to Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada gave a unexpected answer to this controversy, because many times when these situations occur, we have one opinion and then the other has another opinion, so we have to see who is right and who is wrong. And Srila Prabhupada solved this very simple. He says, no, both. Both are right. Rama means both in this topic. And so it's quite important to be able to see many angles to a certain topic. That's why usually things are not so simple. Usually it's not. We have the tendency to like simple things. Is it like this or is it like that? And then you have to keep it simple. And the experience is that you cannot just take one quote and ignore everything else and take one piece of the philosophy. There's one big philosophy. There's one big chunk of philosophy we have to digest. And there's many angles to this philosophy. Many facets. So we should see all of these angles. Otherwise, we tend to have a very one-sided approach to the philosophy. So we are given a whole Srimad Bhagavatam. We're not given just, you have this quote which says about this topic this. No, we have also this. If you take one topic, you'll see there's many, and you search in the Shastras, you'll see there's many things said in different parts. And sometimes if you just take one thing, then you get some very strange conclusion. And you usually have to take all the quotes and have a very holistic approach, because they say something in one part and something in some other part, some things in other part. And you have to see what's the full picture, not just, this part. Yeah, so that's why, of course, Srila Prabhupada, he read all this philosophy and he really understands this philosophy. He can give a holistic answer to a question. He's not just giving this side and this side, as I said before, I really appreciate His Holiness Bhaktiananda Tirtha Maharaj. He has this skill. He can take a controversial topic and he can present it from many angles. He can take really controversial topics, and he's like, okay, here in the Shastra says this, and here also says this, and he can give you a view from 10 different angles. And then he says, okay, that's it. I'm not giving you some conclusion. There's different angles you can view this. So this is very important, and this can inspire us to study these books very seriously, and to have some more mature approach, to see where a certain topic is handled in which way. Very, very important, because it's always things are very complex, and you have to see about time, place, circumstances. So you have to really study, and also to engage in some devotional services that Krishna will give you some understanding to see how all these pieces fit together, because they fit together. The Shastras are not contradictory. So it's really important that we study these topics. To get to I was just thinking, okay, let's try. So there's many topics in the Shastras which are controversial, or at least they are from our point of view, because we are born in a society which is not very shastric, so we have some education, we have some common sense, some things which we do because that's how we raised in this society. And we can see sometimes that the Shastras has some controversial opinions about some topics. Yeah, for example, typical is how should men and women relate? We usually try to try to avoid this kind of discussions, but this is a topic which is there described in the Shastras, and you cannot. You have to have real mature understanding to discuss this topic. You cannot just take one quote out of context and say, "Oh, this is what it says." So there's many things that the Shastra says. Okay, who wants to try to say something which the Shastra says about how should men and women relate? No one, huh? Okay, that's okay. A man should never be alone with his mother, daughter, something like this. Okay, this is from Chanakya Pandit. Okay. Okay, very good. Something else? Okay. Yeah, there's many quotes on this, and usually it's good to see the principles behind. And the principle is that Srila Prabhupada puts it very nicely that men are like butter and the women are like fire. And if you put the butter around the fire, the butter will melt. It's like technology. Yeah, that's right. And another thing that is one of the ideas behind is that women sometimes tend to be more innocent, and then they require protection to not be, otherwise men can easily trick them, and of course this protection means many things. This can be often very misunderstood. Yes. So
ultimately, Krishna is the protector, and even the protection that a woman gets from any man, whether it's a father, a husband, or a son, is actually ultimately getting from Krishna in the form of different men. But yeah, she still requires a physical protection.
Yeah, that's so they tend to be also innocent, easily tricked sometimes. So they need to be under some protection. And that's the classic Vedic society has this trick, this idea that women are under the protection of father, husband, or grown-up son. So classic Vedic society has some solution to this, which is quite simple, that men and women don't meet. You have butter here and you have fire there. So unless they are married, the butter stays in the butter department, and the fire stays in the fire department. So that's very, very simple. So if the whole society is like that, then it works, like it's very simple. But if if the society is not like that, what do you do? And if you there's this Srila Prabhupada used to say that all Matajis need to get married and all men should remain brahmacharis. So and then there was they got to the practical problem that they didn't find qualified husbands for this for the Matajis, So then what to do? So then you have quite a complex situation. You cannot just say, oh, these Vedic scriptures are saying this.
Because of lack of training, we are all not trained.
Yeah, we're not trained. So then Srila Prabhupada gave us also a solution, which was innovative. Nobody has done this before. This in Vedic society, there was no idea that women can live in the ashram. This didn't exist, practically speaking. There was married, women are married and they live at home with their husband, finished. But Srila Prabhupada, because he understood the principles, that women need protection, there is no we cannot give them protection, and also there's the other angle is that they are devotees, you cannot say, women no, they are devotees. When the word protection means respect, means care, means it doesn't mean women, No, so Srila Prabhupada gave this very innovative solution that women can live in the ashram under the protection of senior Matajis. So the protection principle is there, they can be in the ashram and they live under the protection of some senior Matajis. Yeah, that's the general principle. And then, of course, we cannot say that problem is fully solved, because you cannot. Then you get to next problem, which we didn't have in the Vedic society, that sometimes Prabhus and Matajis meet. They still do have to meet in the temple, and there is still a need of training, what Mataji said. So if Matajis are not trained and Prabhus are not trained, then it always gets to the same point. The most attractive thing in the material world is Madhurya Rasa. And in conjugal. So it always gets to this. I tried. When I came to Krishna consciousness, I was a bit naive. I had this idea that I'm a Prabhu, I'm a devotee, she's a devotee, and we're serving together. Yeah, you have this idea that we're all one. It's all one. We're devotee. I'm devotee. She's devotee. So no problem. Because it's for Krishna. So we're serving Krishna. We're preaching together. Very nice. So then you always get to this point when one of these two get to the question, the obvious question: when is the marriage? Because this kind of relationship, they always get to the point where they are going towards conjugal relationships. So then I understood after some time that maybe that's not the path. Maybe the devotees. So there needs to be some training in this. I'm not saying marriage in itself is not bad, but this kind of marriage is called Gandharva marriage. It's marriage out of love. And this usually doesn't end so well. because it's usually based on some other principle than Krishna consciousness, some attraction, and it's usually ignoring some obvious things like there's no compatibility. You know, in the classical, in the traditional Vedic society, they used to have some astrological check of these family checks, this check, that check, and someone who would know about, they would say, oh, these they are not compatible, because when you're attached, you don't think anymore, you're compatible. Yes, yes. Of course. So, yeah. Yeah, that's it. So there should be. This is a very complex topic. I'm just putting some things on the table, but it's good to be aware of this and to find a solution which is time, place, circumstances, which is always different. You know, like. But there are some general principles. The general principle is that you try as much as possible to keep fire in one part and butter in another part. And if you have to put them together, you keep this communication like very professional. Srila Prabhupada would say, pass the salt type of communication. Like, not, oh, hi, how are you? You're looking so nice today. And so on. So, anyway, and also there's these rules that a man and a woman should not stay alone together alone. That's always. Anyway, so the idea is that there's many topics that are very complicated, and we should study the Shastras from a lot of angles, because there's a lot more that is said in the Shastras about this topic and other topics. And we should grow up in Krishna consciousness and develop this maturity to see all the angles, not just one. Okay. One thing that is mentioned here, more specific about this topic, is that there is different understandings we can have when we chant Hare Krishna. And specifically, if we chant the name of Rama. So what does Rama mean? So Srila Prabhupada gives this explanation that it can mean also Lord Ramachandra, and can mean also Lord Balaram. And of course, it's not all the same, you know. Like, and depending on what you think you are chanting, you get different results. That's very, very important. It's not that you just chant Hare Krishna and everyone gets the same result. In Harinama Chintamani, Srila Haridas Thakur says, I'll just read because it's a short quote. He says, "The holy name is Chintamani, the object that gives everything one desires. To the materialists, it gives dharma, artha, kama, and moksha, and to the non-fruitive devotees, it gives pure, unalloyed love of Krishna." So, Srila Haridas Thakur says, the holy name can give dharma, artha, kama, moksha, and it can give also prema. So, depending on our intention, our chanting will give a different result. If you're chanting Hare Krishna to get a big house, you might get it. you could probably get it. But if you chant Hare Krishna to get Krishna Prema, that also you might get it. So that's a very important topic to understand. Why am I chanting Hare Krishna? What's the purpose behind? You know, like I'm not just chanting Hare Krishna. And Srila Haridas Thakur gives even more loose explanation. Sometimes people are chanting without understanding anything. but they still get a result. And he gives an example. I think this is from Padma Purana. It says that the Yavanas are accustomed to saying haram, haram. And by this they will very easily be delivered. It's a very, very strong statement. He says that I actually saw this. I was going in Sankirtan and I met this Muslim, and I tried to give this book, and he says, "No, this is haram. This is haram." And I was like, "It's what?" I was just, I understood it. Like, I just wanted to have him chant more. Like, "No, this is haram, 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 haram." Yes. So Srila Haridas Thakur says, this is good. This is very good. He says, a devotee in advanced ecstatic love exclaims, "Oh my Lord Ramachandra, oh my Lord Ramachandra." But the Yavanas also chant, "Harama, Harama." Just see their good fortune. And yeah, I think this example is from Padma Purana. Even a mlecha who is being killed by the tusk of a boar and who cries in distress again and again, "Harama, Harama," attains liberation. What then to speak of those who chant the holy name with veneration and faith? So this Srila Haridas Thakur gives this very interesting example that someone is chanting the name of Lord Ramachandra, and he means completely something else. He has no idea. It just sounds like the same. Like here you have this Marjorie Rama. Like you have a. So people are chanting, "Oh, give me Rama, give me Rama." So by this, you can get liberation. It's very. If you think of this is very powerful. Like it's quite. I was just rereading this part again, and I was like, "Oh my God!" I mean, that's so powerful. Such a strong process we have. Like you can. This guy is just chanting haram, and he gets liberation. And then he says he gives even more lenience somehow. And he gives, he says that even if the syllables are spread, like you chant Hari, and you have something between. Like he gives the example, like someone is saying Raja Mahishi. So it's still syllables ram are in two separate words, but it's still considered, something. It's not so powerful, but it's still considered as chanting. So there's so much lenience, like in to what is considered as chanting, that it's like, oh my God, this is so far out. So this is one part of the story. That's this kind of quotes are there to tell us what's the power of the holy name. It's quite a lot. You think you're just chanting for asking for some marjorie, and you can get liberated by buying some marjorie for your mom. No, but then the other part is that. If you want to get liberation, it's like that. Yeah, it's quite permissive. But if you want to get Krishna Prema, no, like it's a bit more, there's more things that are needed. So, Says Haridas Thakur, he says, however, if one uses the vibration of the holy name for the benefit of the material body, for material wealth and followers, or under the influence of greed or atheism, in other words, if one utters the name with offenses, such chanting will not produce the desired result very soon. So, in other words, it says that you can get liberation quite easily somehow, but if you want to get prema, then you have to chant without offenses. So, okay, and that's there's also this verse. Lord Chaitanya is saying, "Bahujanma karayadi shravana kirtana tabutana paya Krishna pade premadana." When I had this association with some advanced devotee, and when we were chanting, before chanting, we were chanting the 10 offenses. And then before this, we were chanting this verse. And this verse says that if one is infested with the 10 offenses in the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, despite his endeavor to chant the holy name for many births, he will not get the love of Godhead that is the ultimate goal of this chanting. So there's many quotes in the Shastra about chanting the holy name. Mostly it's just a bit of namabhasa, you can get liberation. But if you want to get prema, then you have to chant without offenses. So, yeah, you have to see these things from different perspectives. Okay, I'll stop here if there's some questions, comments, concerns. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ding.
A to rozumiem.